Hey, I'm Dio. I'm one of the members of All Ages Geek, and I mostly do podcasts for the Tooncasters. But there's one thing that I do usually in my spare time, and that's stream on Twitch. Now, I stream once a week, and one of the hardest things about being a streamer in general of someone who doesn't really have much of a following is remembering some of the fun moments. And given that I stream for 3 to 5 hours on a normal day, it's a little hard for me to get some clips. And I honestly think that some of those clips are usually the funniest moments in the stream. And it's very hard to have clips in general when I can't really clip those things for myself when nobody's in my stream. So one of the things that I have been using for about a week now is something called Metal.tv. Metal.tv is a platform where you can take clips of games whenever you want. It could be during a stream, it could be off stream, it could be anytime you want. You can clip it with just the touch of a button. Let's get into essentially how to use Metal.tv, since given that there are sponsors for this video, and to kind of give you an idea of how this stuff works. So Metal.tv is not just a website, it's essentially a downloadable software into your computer, and you're going to want to go here on Google, whether you're using Opera GX like I am, or if you're using Chrome or any other web browser that you're using, and you want to go right here. And as you can tell, there's obviously an option here. You're going to want to log in and download for Windows. I am not sure if this works on Mac computers, so Apple computers, I'm not too sure if it'll work for you guys. But for now, it seems like it only works on Windows, and currently it is on the 3.0 variant of Metal. You're going to want to press download for Windows, and obviously, as you can see, you're going to have Metal.exe set up ready to go. I'm going to cancel it because I already have it downloaded on my computer, and I'll give you a bit of a walkthrough on how the software works. So this is what Metal looks like. As you can tell, it is kind of an interesting UI that it runs on, and as you can see, there are some clips that are already loaded from games like Enlisted, things like Gary's Mod, and more Enlisted, and more Gary's Mod. Here we go, and some Destiny 2. This software, if I'm not mistaken, uses a lot of games. And what I mean by that is that it is compatible with a large majority of games on the Steam library, on Ubisoft, on Epic Games, you name it. This software can work on anything. And if there are some games that it is not on the list, I will show you how that works in just a second. The first question you're probably asking, given that this is your first time here, is how to clip. Well, I'll show you. So you're going to want to go into settings, and you want to go into hotkeys. Now, as you can see, keyboard hotkey is the one that you're really going to want to go to when it comes to essentially getting that clip. Now, it's set to F8, but for some people, you might want to have it as F9, F10, whatever key combo you want to use, it'll work. And especially since you're going to use the last 60 seconds of gameplay or more or less. And just for some people who may have smaller keyboards like I do, you may do it like this, where you're going to be pressing the function key and then holding down that function key and reach to F8 over here. And yes, I do own a 60% keyboard because I'm just weird like that. And of course, you have your other hotkeys, like in case you want to clip with a controller instead. You also have a mouse hotkey for the same reason. And the game switch hotkey is for, say you have a few games open, or maybe even if you have Discord, because this will run on Discord. F10, you're going to want to switch from Discord to whatever game you're playing. So it's very multifunctional, and it's very versatile in how you want to use this stuff. Now, there is a various amount of time that you can put on your clips, and how to do that is you want to go on recorder. And obviously you're going to have your different settings. I need to clear up my space. I'm real aware of that. And this is where all the meat and potatoes are for this: quality and length. So I have my resolution set to high, 60 FPS with a bitrate of 10M. I don't know what that means. Here is where you're going to want the different types of lengths. So you got 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45, a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So you have a wide variety of content that you can clip within the touch of a button. And to your liking, you can choose how much you want. I usually keep it to a minute because usually most of the stuff happens within a minute. I feel like more than that is a little too much. But even then, the software, you can't go past a minute. So it's very, it's limited, but it's limited in a good way. Also, in case you want to know where you want to put these clips, you can choose where to put this. I have this in my Dropbox because, as you can tell, I am running out of space on my computer, and given that I have 2 terabytes of storage on my Dropbox, it's the best thing I could do. Also have your advanced settings, so for aspect ratio, in case you have a larger monitor, recording buffer, which you can send it to wherever it needs to go. That you have max clip performance, which I have it off because I have a bit of a low-end computer, because if I have this thing on, metal will probably destroy it, but that's on me because I have a crap computer. And you have all this here, like record with metal, which you will want to turn this off in case you're using another recording software, which ironically I am, since I'm using OBS, but given that I don't record with metal, I also use this for clips. This is an option for recording gameplay. Then you have show your mouse cursor, which I have it off because nobody wants to see a mouse cursor, because let's be honest, mouse cursors suck, especially when you forget to move them sometimes. You have overlay alerts, which you can have on or off, which means if you clip it, it's going to pop up on the right hand side of the screen. And for recorder sound alerts, once you press F8 or your preferred hotkey, you're going to hear a sound go off to know that you have clipped something, or if your disk space is full. And again, I have my stuff to Dropbox, so I don't expect it to get full anytime soon, hopefully. It's all up to your preference on how you want to run your stuff when it comes to clips or even recording videos. This is a whole interesting software that you can basically be the boss of how you want to do your stuff. And if you want to check where your audio is going, you want to go to audio and devices. Here's your input. This would be Elgato mic in for me. And you will have a mic test here, your input volume for that, and noise cancellation, which is an early access thing, which that's something to mention. You have live and early access. So live is the current stuff and it's the most stable version, as you can see. And I'm using early access because noise goes on in the background, so I'm definitely going to need noise cancellation. But just know that early access, it will have a tendency to close the window and you're going to have to open it back up, and sometimes it'll close, open back up. It happens, but that is the case of early access. So keep that in mind. If you do plan on using early access, just know that the window will have a tendency to close at random times. Because of a push to talk option, you have audio sources. You also have game only audio, which means the game is only going to be recorded, not your voice, not the background. It's going to be only the game that will be recorded in case you don't want to hear your voice. And of course, camera overlay, which I can't use it now because then I'm going to have 2 cameras on and it's just going to be a mind-blowing experience. One of the most important things about these clips after you finish clipping them is you want to go to your library. Now here I have quite a few of things that are unuploaded or unedited, and essentially you're going to want to go through here, and essentially these are all the clips that you probably uploaded or some of the clips that you probably have ready to go. So we're going to get right into this. I'm going to put on my headphones, give you an idea of how some of this stuff work as well. So let's go with what's today clip. Now I got a nuke and a triple, and as you can tell, the audio is going, and this is essentially how a clip works. You can hover over it in your own software, and it's a pretty cool thing. I forgot to mention that this is not my first nuke in Call of Duty Mobile. I think this is maybe my 4th or 5th. It's a little difficult to get nukes in this game, but it is pretty satisfying to get them. And in fairness, it is a little bit cheesy because I am using a Razer Kishi to play this game, so I kind of have an unfair advantage, admittedly. But yeah, you can clip moments like this, and you know, in case you might want to shorten it, let's click right into it. So you get right into the meat of this. This is the editor, and the editor is, excuse me for the loudness, the editor is probably the coolest bit of this because you have a wide assortment of ways you can do your clips. So this clip was off of a 7-minute recording, and how I did that recording was I recorded on my good old iPhone, and I just recorded it, and then I got it onto metal, which I will mention in a bit. And here is all the stuff that you can do. You know, you can, clip videos. You can clip more than one video into one, so you can have like a massive compilation of all the stuff that you've done within, the span of a couple of hours to several days. You can import stuff from Xbox, which is pretty cool. As you can tell, I have some Discord stuff and have some enlisted stuff and some Valorant stuff and a little bit of Gmod here. So I have a wide variety of stuff. But not only that, you can also use things like music, so you can use some copyright-free stuff, and you can choose anything from here. I like to keep my stuff plain as possible. And then you have GIFs, which let's work it with this. Let's use Winnie the Pooh, why not? Let's have a little bit of fun with this. You have a selector of where you want to put it and how large or how small you can have it. You can have it in different directions. You can have a lot of fun with this. But for now, we're going to move on from this. This files is more for like extra stuff. I haven't used it yet, but it is in case you want to add like more videos or different clips that you probably didn't put on Metal. So essentially think of it as like an extension of sorts for Metal. If you want, you can add text, which I guess this would be good for, say, if you want to do captions, although I'm pretty sure that's going to be very difficult to do on Metal. But hey, anything is possible on Metal.tv, I'd say. And meme templates, which is the funniest part about this. As you can see, we have that. Then you also have all of these templates are classic meme templates that have been used over the years and in gaming. So there's a whole lot of these. And I have actually used one that I will show you right now. Yeah, that was me utterly obliterating players in Enlisted. So you can have a lot of fun with this stuff, and even though I haven't done much of it, it's still hilarious to do, and it kind of gives you that feeling of it's a little, you get a little bit of creativity with your editing skills when you're doing this type of stuff. And then you have VFX, so you can do zoom, and which is also what I did on the video. You can have freeze frame, you can have fast forward, loop, slow motion, you know, you can have blur, grayscale, invert colors. So you have a decent amount of things you could do. I prefer using the zoom in case like you want to see the kill feed, or you want to see like the absolute like obliteration of a team. You can really have a lot of fun with this type of stuff, and it gives you an idea of like the creativity that you can go through with this. Now the next thing is I See Me, or In Case You Missed It. You're going to want to go over here, and essentially how In Case You Missed It works is if you turn this on, it means that any game that supports I See Me, you can customize it to any way that you want it to. So here we have Fortnite. You can have it like clip automatically when you eliminate a player, knock down somebody, you win a game, you die, you win, just a bunch of other stuff. Same thing here with CSGO, enemy kill, headshot, player death. Same thing with Rocket League. You can have a goal, a save, or an epic save. You know, there are so many options here in Valorant, which is a game I play a lot. You can get kill or a spike planted. There is so much in case you missed it that you can do in case like, well, you miss it, and in case like you forget to clip something. So it's a very useful piece of this software, and even though I don't use it, I think it would be very useful in case like you were super into the heat of the moment. And it's pretty cool in my opinion, because it really does help you get this stuff ready for a clip, and in case you want to upload it to YouTube or anything. It is a really cool feature, and even though I don't use it, I actually should try it just in case like I do have those months where I'm so into it that either me or my friends forget to clip it. So in case you are someone who tends to miss it, this is a good feature for you to use. But another cool thing about Metal is the fact that you can actually sync all of this stuff on your phone, which, yes, there is indeed an app for it, which is right here on my phone. See that Metal? There it is. There's an app for that. You're going to want to go into the app and then crash. Shit. You want to get into the app, and immediately it throws you into whatever the first clip is that'll be for the day. And to get this stuff synced up, you're gonna want to go all the way to the right, and it's gonna sync up. So all of these clips are the same clips that are on my computer right now. So these are all clips that I can do, and I can edit on my phone if I wanted to. Then you can also create a session on your phone if you wanted to. You can import this stuff from your phone, drafts, your posts, anything. So this software is super flexible. You can do it on your phone and you can do it on the computer, which honestly is probably the best thing. Side note as well, make sure your computer is on, because also your computer has to be on the same Wi-Fi network as your computer to do the stuff on the app, and your computer has to be on. I tried doing it off and the syncing did not work. So just know that everything that is within the cloud that will be done on the computer and on the phone, you gotta make sure your computer is at least on, like not on sleeping mode. Even if it's on standby mode and you can just move your mouse and it turns on, gotta make sure that your computer is at least on to make this stuff work if you want to sync up with your phone and on the computer. Now let's talk about sessions. Sessions is actually the newest thing that is being done on Metal, and it's actually, I think, currently in beta. Now, I never use sessions, and I'm going to be honest about that, given that I've only been using Metal for about a week now, and I don't know how it works, but luckily because Metal gave me a script, I will tell you everything that it basically does. And so this is essentially how sessions work. I can't get it running on my computer, but essentially I'll give you a generalized idea on my phone since it's running pretty good. So think of sessions as this. It's essentially live streaming on metal.tv, which is pretty cool. And not only that, from all of these streams, you can actually get some clips from these said streams. And not only that, sessions is kind of like a group community thing. In a way, it's also kind of like a Discord call of sorts, which gives you a general idea of how it essentially works. As you can tell, I showed you the clips. There's also chat, so there's people that are chatting in the room, although it seems a little quiet right now, but that's okay. And there's also members that are watching, so you can see who's active and who is currently inactive. So in a way, it's like streaming, but a little different, and it's kind of streaming being done in a very different way that probably hasn't been done before, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a pretty cool concept, and I love what they want to do with this. And given there's a lot of people using metal.tv, there's different sessions going on every single day, and there's sessions with more than one person, and you can create your own session if you would love to. It's one of the coolest and newest features, and you can clip things so long as you're with your friends. And not only that, the entire thing could go to your hard drive, which means, yeah, you can stream the entire thing and it goes to your hard drive. So that means basically your whole stream is ready to go for extra clips in case you didn't clip enough during your session. And you could chat with your teammates, you can clip all the stuff. It's some pretty cool stuff. And a quick little thing as well, sessions is still in beta, so it's still being worked on, it's still being ironed out, so it's not perfect. As you can tell, it didn't pop up on my computer, but that's understandable. It happens. Obviously nothing is perfect, especially since Metal is constantly working on everything, which is the best part. They also have a Discord server in case you need help from somebody who works on the app and the software. So you will always know that if there's something wrong, just ask on the Discord server and you're ready to go. With that being said, here's a few clips that I've done and a few clips that my friend has actually done before I heard about Metal. So yeah, enjoy the small compilation. His health is at 3660.
Lucy!
If his health is at 3660, does he die in one shot?
Lucy, what are you getting?
I'm Goofy Goober!
Thing is, it's never like this either.
Yeah.
Oh, did someone say obliteration?
Bro, what the fuck? He literally came out of left field and just obliterated that fucking mech after I was about to blast.
It's okay, if you die, I'm the second plan. You see this?
Alright.
We got this!
Hold on.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Come on.
Hold on. I
Watch
need
me.
to see your POV.
Ah!
No shot. You just
I'll take your silence as you're not looking forward to that. It's okay, when I saw it, I wanted to cry as well.
I got rid of all of my swords.
What the fuck do you— Oh no, you're supposed to keep one of every weapon type! I told you that!
You think I have half the brain to remember that?
I told you that multiple times!
Well, and that's about it. That's pretty much all I have to say about Metal.tv. It is genuinely fun to have a software that I could clip anything off stream, because it gives you that moment of like capturing the hilarity or the insanity or the awesomeness of your gameplay. Even when it's not on stream, you can have it on a software that is just genuinely fun and is really good, and it doesn't kill your GPU too hard. I want to thank Metal.tv for sponsoring this video, and I want to thank my friend Emmy, because if it wasn't for her, I legit wouldn't have heard about Metal, and this would have been a hard sponsor to do. So for her to tell me what Metal was literally several days before I got the call to do this sponsor, the timing couldn't have basically been perfect, and this sponsor video would be a little bit more difficult for me. But given that I've already used it for about a week, it is a genuinely great software, and I really thank Emmy for her getting me into the software essentially. You can check our Metal account right here. And if you want to check out my Metal account, it is up here, I believe, if I edit this correctly, because this is my first time editing anything. Once again, thank you so much for Metal.tv for sponsoring this video. It is a genuinely great software, and I honestly can't wait to see what more stuff you guys plan on putting into the software, because it is literally the most fun that I've had gaming, doing something off stream instead of doing everything on stream. It's genuinely a great software, and I'm glad that it exists. But with that being said, I hope you all have a great day. And with that being said, Matt, take it away.
Hey, what's up, geeks? It is Matt coming to you once again to let you know that without your support on Patreon and in the comments, we really can't do any of this. We are an entirely community-supported operation, and, well, you're our community. So, you stay weird, you stay wonderful. We'll catch you next time.